Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Vlogmas. Today is November 29th when I'm filming this. And actually, I just ate like a late breakfast, early lunch. It's about 10:30 right now because I spent the entire morning from when I came down to my office around 7:30 until about a half an hour ago just working on editing the last 4 days of Vlogmas. So they're all in the process of uploading right now, and while I wait for my computer to finish uploading the videos so that I can like put in the thumbnails and the descriptions and all of that, I think I'm going to cast on my holiday doodle cowl. I apologize if you can hear like pipes and stuff in the background, or it might actually be the washing machine that you can hear. So I think I'm going to start that. I'm really excited. It does call for a provisional cast on, so I am going to have to watch a couple YouTube videos to figure out how to do that, but I'm really excited to get started. I thought I'd show you kind of what my bag looks like for my Vlogmas projects. So I have this green pop-up tote bag from the brand Belen. I actually like using these for grocery shopping as well. But in the bin, you can see I already have my peppermint stripe cowl in there, and I have all of my other yarns I'm going to use nestled in as well. So I think there's nothing left to do except just get started. It is now like 2 hours later from the last clip, and this is how far I got on my holiday doodle cowl. I completed one very simple chart from the beginning. Also, it's curly at the end because the waste yarn I used for the provisional cast on is a thicker weight yarn than the yarn I'm using for the cowl itself, which actually the yarn I'm using is just from Hobby Lobby. I forget what they're called, and I know it's by Yarn Bee, but they're usually like in with the hand-dyed yarns, and you can get sets of like 6 mini skeins. So I got 2 of those sets in the same colorways. So I have these kind of like muted reds and greens, and I really like how this is turning out so far. So again, that's just a simple one. My goal when I pick this back up again is to do one of the snowflake charts from the doodle cowl and do it in red and white. So I'm going to put this down for now, and I actually have a couple of orders that I need to complete this afternoon. So I think all the ones I'm working on today are actually just gifts. So again, if you're someone who I usually exchange gifts with, please stop watching this video. That's probably going to be a majority of the remaining clips in this vlog. But I'm going to get out my knitting machine and work on a couple of towel tamers, which are little handles, I guess, that I make that help keep a regular dish towel secured on an oven door or on a towel bar. I have a couple of those that I need for gifts for family. And I'm also going to be making a wine bottle cozy today on my knitting machine. And then if I have enough time, I actually want to make a Christmas wreath for myself using the knitting machine. So I'll get started on those and kind of explain what I'm doing as I go. Okay, so I think I overestimated how much I could handle doing on the knitting machine today. While the knitting machine is a lot faster to make things, it definitely like hurts your arm after a while, and I had to do some yarn winding in between because I'll show you in a minute. But I made 3 towel tamers, and usually I make my towel tamers longer, so like this part is longer because you fold it over the oven door handle and like hang your towel through both loops. But we have also figured out that if you make them shorter, then you can hang one loop over like a cabinet knob or a cabinet pull and loop the towel through the other one. So for the people I was making these for, they all have more like little knobs on their cabinets, and they do like bars to hang things. So I made 3 of those, and then I made the wine bottle cozy. And the reason why I was winding yarn is because I actually used 2 strands of this held together in order to make it DK weight, because it's like a weight 1 sock yarn. This is one of the Hobie Christmas sock yarns. Held it together, sewed it in a tube with the like invisible join for knitting machine things. So it's stretchy. You just put it over a bottle of wine to give it some color, and this one is actually sparkly as well. And originally, for the person who's receiving this, I was going to do 2 wine cozies. We have some bottles of wine to give them as well. And I was going to do one like non-holiday wine cozy, but I actually have the supplies to make some wine charms. So I think I'm going to do some wine glass charms instead, and I'll work on those tomorrow. So for now, I've got like maybe 30 minutes before I have to start getting ready to go over to my parents for dinner, which we're still doing for this week because it was just easier. So I've got about 30 minutes. I think I'd rather spend a few more minutes on my holiday doodle cowl than start the knitting machine wreath, because I know I won't have time to like do the whole thing start to finish. So I think that's going to get moved to my to-do list for tomorrow.